What's up? What's up? It's your girl Adeola. Can you imagine my friend Okechi? She just sent me a text message not long ago that Adeola, Madam Patience has received another PhD. I said, are you serious? You know, my friend, she's very funny. She likes to pull my legs, you know. What is it? The story is true. Why didn't you tell me about this? Of course it is true. Your Excellency, congratulations, Ojari. You know, do well. ONC, NC, Permanent Secretary, Dr. Patience Faka. I'm very proud of you, madam. Oh, there are some of us that admire you. They said it's because of her humanitarian efforts and her dedication to the less privileged in Nigeria. Excuse me. I mean, I was like really impressed. My best part of the story is Madam Patience's response. Me, I was just doing my own thing. Yes, not knowing that in far away Asia, everything was being noted. My grandmother used to tell me, whatever little you have, share with everybody. If you have 1,000 and you can't share, you won't share 1 million when you have. See, this is why I like this woman. She's speaking from experience because she knows that a lot of people today, they don't care about the common people. They can remove subsidy anytime and the common people will continue to suffer. There are some people in Nigeria today that eat with 1 billion naira, 1 billion, while common people cannot afford best care. You get what I'm saying? She's speaking from experience. Yes, so, madam, may you receive more PhDs. I'm just keeping it real. So too many Africans complain about why they cannot make a difference in the development of their countries. Adeola, you know, it's not that I don't want to make a difference, but me, I'm too young. I'm too young. I'm just starting my life, my daughter. You know, the truth of the matter is, me, I'm already in my 50s. It is now time for the young people to do something. Do I look to you like I have money? Don't you know that you can't do anything without money? My sister, what can a man do? Only God can do something. All of those are excuses. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Ayo Awe from Nigeria, Ekiti State to be precise. I'll just call him AY. He's legally blind because he had cataract as a child. He can see partially with one eye, but he's legally blind. And like every disabled person in Nigeria, he quickly learned that you are OYO. That is to say, you are on your own. No special treatment or preference. Most of our government institutions don't even have ramps or elevators. And those that have elevators, many of them have not walked in years. Don't look at me like that. It's true now. Take a trip to the Lagos International Airport. Every now and then, people get stuck in the elevator because of up NEPA, down NEPA. Once there is no light, people get stuck in that thing. So those on wheelchairs have to wait for everybody else to exit before they start to carry them one by one down the stairs. I say, Kai, Nigeria, do you ever wonder how many of our schools have ramps or elevators for students that are on wheelchairs? We don't even plan for them in our transportation system. How many times have you seen Mojo stopping for passengers on wheelchairs, or stopping for disabled passengers in general? By the way, it's not just the government too. Most of our churches and our mosques are not accessible to people on wheelchairs. And by the way, many people were not born disabled in Nigeria. You know, our roads have disabled a lot of people, as well as Boko Haram attacks and bomb explosions and lack of adequate health system. All I'm saying is anybody could be disabled. We don't pray for it, but that is the truth. So long as we are traveling those roads, AY will tell you, say, man pikin don't suffer. But then when he moved to America, suddenly his whole life changed. You know that there are equal opportunities for disabled people in America. They are entitled to everything that an able-bodied person has. In fact, they get special preference in this country. Their own parking lot is always at the very front. They get to board the plane before everybody else. They can ride in trains. They have buses built for them. They have custom-made cars for them. They have access to every public building because there will always be a ramp, there will always be an elevator. They get scholarships and the government has plans for them. And you know what? People don't discriminate against them in this country. In fact, an American president, Franklin Roosevelt, was handicapped due to polio, but that did not stop him from living a normal life. So after getting his degree in economics and his master's degree in information technology, AY now has his own IT consulting firm in Texas. Whoop, whoop. Give it up for the brother. I mean, now that's impressive. But what touched me in his story is that the guy started a foundation primarily to help blind people in Nigeria. Timeless Vision Foundation. So last year, he went to Nigeria where he gave out scholarships to 4 blind students. I'm like, oh my God, really? He just changed the destiny of 4 blind people. And please, please don't tell me that is small. How many people have you sponsored, even with your 2 koro eyes? This guy spoke on radio about people's attitudes towards the disabled, trying to educate Nigerians. He met with different organizations for the blind, and guess what? He's 29 years old and he doesn't know any oga at the top. He's just somebody that wants to make a difference. What is your excuse? AY just finished a fundraising event in Texas so he can go back and do more works in Nigeria. By the way, he's collecting white canes for the blind. He told me that that would make a huge difference in somebody's life. So I'm hoping there will be some good Samaritans out there that will decide to buy a cane. It's only like $20. In fact, on eBay, you can find it for less. Buy a cane, touch somebody's life. Don't forget, this is AY's contact information. Write him, let him know that you're proud of what he's doing. I mean, encourage him so that he could do more. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. And speaking of making a difference, give it up for my favorite president, Joyce Banda of Malawi. This woman sacked her entire cabinet because of corruption. Every single one of them. I'm like, man, we need somebody like this in Nigeria, that once you have proof that an official is corrupt, time out, you fire them just like that, you know. But I was really shocked though when I read that one of the officials that was fired was because he stole $25,000. I'm like, hey, for real, that is like chicken change in Nigeria. Can I tell you, that is not even up to the amount that our Brazilian hair minister, I meant to say that our aviation minister, that is not up to the amount that this woman spent on her BMWs. Some of you don't know that she has 2 bulletproof BMWs worth $1.6 million. Hello, she don't play. She does not play at all. She said it's for security purpose. In case you're wondering, a lot of people that lost family members in the plane crashes may be coming after her. Why would she get a bulletproof? All I'm saying is Nigerian thieves don't steal in thousands of dollars. No. Only their relatives do. Remember him? Yes. James Ibori had millions of dollars cash in his house. And the Nigerian government still could not prosecute him successfully until UK arrested him. By the way, I'm hearing that UK wants to deport hundreds of Nigerian prisoners to finish their sentences in Nigeria. I said, what? If Ibori is one of them, yawa don't happen. You suddenly hear that the president has pardoned the Ogidigbo, and then he will have a huge Thanksgiving service, and one man of God will go and preach at that service. So, I'm a Christian too. Don't look at me like that. But for real, I respect this woman in Malawi, and I wish that Nigerian officials could be as competent. Someone said that this is happening because there are only like 15 million people in Malawi. I said that is just an excuse. It doesn't matter the population. A thief is a thief. In those days, Nigerian thieves were also stealing in thousands now. They were stealing thousands at that time. They used to take only like 10% of the contract, remember? But because we are celebrating them, they have graduated to stealing in billions with no shame. They have no shame at all. Why did you put up this picture? Did I send you? You're looking for trouble. You're on your own. Other people argued that Joyce fired those ministers because of Western donors. I said, waiting. Since when did Western donors start caring about corruption? I beg you. Many of them are also corrupt now. You think we don't know? And even if she's doing it because of the donors, other officials in Malawi will start to think twice before stealing any money. Honestly, many African countries are taking a stand against corruption, and the world is noticing. In case you don't know, Botswana is now the least corrupt country in Africa. In many fields now, once they hire somebody, the first thing they do is to send you abroad for training. The government would pay for your training and your living expenses abroad with the agreement that you will come back and use the training to develop Botswana. So, Mr. President, in case you're watching, I've noticed that no corruption case has been successfully investigated since you became president. None. Forget about the fertilizer thing you've been talking about. Oh, you got rid of corruption at the fertilizer sector. Yeah, we're all very happy about that. All the farmers are happy. In fact, Boko Haram members are happy because they can easily get more fertilizers to make bombs. But besides that, Mr. President, how come Dimeji Bankole was arrested for fraud and released under your nose? Farouk Lawan was arrested and released under your watch. Even you yourself, you released a convicted and jailed criminal, Alamasia. And since we heard about the aviation minister's BMWs, you have not said anything. And yet, you talk to us about fighting corruption. All I'm saying, Mr. President, is that when you you cover up corruption, and people will think that maybe, just maybe, you yourself, that you are corrupt. You get what I'm saying? But hey, not be me talking more. That is what people are thinking. You get what I'm saying? But what do I know? I'm just keeping it real low. So you all heard about the boat that capsized near Lampedusa Island in Italy. That was very, very tragic. The boat was carrying about 500 African migrants looking for better life in Italy. And guess what? About 300 of them died that day. 300 people in one day. All because they want a better life. My people, please don't be so desperate to leave your country that you would risk losing your life. Remember, no spare parts. You only have one life. Most of those people that died that day were actually Eritreans. You guys know that the Eritrean government is forcing everybody to serve in the military, so long as you are between 18 and 40 or 50. And so many people are not happy about that. You can't express your opinion politically. You can't sing bad songs about the government. You can't even gather with other people in public unless it's approved. If not, you'll be accused of conspiracy against the government. It doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, you're going to the prison, especially if you're trying to escape the military. Do you guys know that in the last 10 years, tens of thousands of Eritreans have fled their country to seek asylum in Ethiopia and Sudan, often at great personal risk? By the way, when this accident happened, the government of Eritrea could care less. Once you try to escape, you are an enemy of the country. And those who died in that boat were described as illegal African immigrants by the Eritrean media. I'm like, what? How can you describe your own citizens as illegal African immigrants? Can you believe? And that reminds me of a friend of mine, Mohammed. We just call him Mojo. He's in a real mess right now, trying to get his Eritrean passport for the past 2 years, my people. His parents are Eritreans, but he was born and raised in Saudi Arabia. But in Saudi Arabia, you don't get citizenship or residency rights by birth. All they gave him was a temporary permit. Unfortunately for Mojo, he lost his permit when he was studying in Texas. I'm like, how could you lose that thing, Mojo? For real? Anyway, before his graduation in Texas, his American visa expired. So he went back to Saudi trying to renew his US visa. They told him, no, we can't do that because you've lost your temporary permit. Go to your country, Eritrea. Go and get your visa there. First of all, the Eritrean passport that his father got him as a child has expired. If he goes back to Eritrea right now, he would be forced to serve in the military, even though he's almost done with his studies in America. Right now, he's very frustrated. He doesn't even know what to do. This is what he said. He said, Saudi Arabia has kicked me out twice. Have been traveling as a tourist, going from one place to another for the past 2 years, just to avoid being deported to Eritrea. I cannot go back to the US to finish my degree because you need a residency somewhere in order for you to apply for student visa. I cannot wait any longer and watch my life pass me by. Seriously, when will the government of Eritrea realize how much havoc they are causing their own citizens? I was so surprised about Mojo's case that I spoke with other Eritreans asking if there's a way out for Mojo. One of them wrote me back and this is what he said. Hello Adeola, if he goes back to Eritrea, he's definitely going to the military service. If this was for a limited time, it wouldn't be that bad, but I myself have family members and friends who have been in the military service for over 17 years now. I'm like, are you serious? As for his passport, it would only be issued a new one and excused from the military if he has health problems. On top of that, he has to pay 2% of whatever he has earned outside Eritrea for all the years that he's been gone, which is actually his whole life. So for now, my people, Mojo doesn't have a country and he's been out of school for more than 2 years. You can read more about his story on his blog. If you have any idea of what he should do, please hook him up. Contact him on his blog. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Before I leave today, I like to read some of your emails, and the first one is from Olushola Ibitoye. He says, Hi Adeola, in episode 81, you mentioned that the last time that we can play the visa lottery is this year. I was on the website trying to register my family and then I read that Nigerians are no more eligible. I said it in one of my episodes recently that Nigerians no longer qualify to apply for the green card lottery because they claim that we've sent more than 50,000 people in the past 5 years. So once you reach 50,000, they disqualify that country. So for now, Nigerians can no longer apply for the green card lottery. Now, what I said in episode 81, because of the immigration reforms that is going on right now in the US, they were considering canceling the visa lottery altogether, whether you're from Nigeria or wherever you're from. So, but this year they're still doing it, except the fact that Nigerians do not qualify. By the way, I'm hearing that a lot of people are collecting money from Nigerians, telling them, oh, we'll help you to do the visa lottery. It's not true. Don't give your money to anybody. Our next email is from Charles Tade, and he says, hi Adeola, I have infected few of my friends, both Nigerians and non-Nigerians, here with your program, and we all keep tab with your up-to-date information segment every week. Keep on keeping it real. Thank you so much, Mr. Charles. I love me people like that. Some of you just watch this show, you don't share with anybody. Do I have to beg you? Do I have to beg you to share? At least put it on your Facebook or your Twitter or your something. Share it with somebody. You know, do well. Thank you for sharing. Our next email is from Grace Abby, and she says, hello Adeola. Mrs. Patience Jonathan was recently awarded a doctorate degree in South Korea. Yes, that's true. In fact, it was a big shock. First of all, we heard that she never went through college. So where on earth did the 4th doctorate degree emerge from? My sister. A lot of people are asking. You are not the only one. But one thing I know is, once you become the first lady, anything is possible. Why do you think I'm trying to become the first lady? It's because of all these doctorate degrees now. Now you know. So that's all the time that I have for emails today. Please keep sending your emails to adeola.keepingitreal@gmail.com.